Good evening, Bahamas. This is NB12 broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Here's what's coming up tonight. We'll tell you what's next for City Market. A man sentenced to prison for having sex with his teenage daughter. Is the North Andros seat vacant? The Prime Minister says yes. The DNA speaks on several issues, and Bahamians get ready for Autism Awareness Month. Those stories and so much more on the way. I'm Nikia DeVoe, and NB12 starts right now. Thanks again for joining us here at NB12. After news of impending City Market food store closures spread this week, Mark Finlayson, head of Trans Island Traders, which owns the food store chain, has confirmed that he is in the process of making a deal with another food store giant to take over the Ealing chain. Our Paige Ferguson reports.
According to Finlayson, who spoke with NB12 today, he's in the process of selling off City Market's assets to another local company. And he said the goal is to ensure that the employees' best interests are protected. Finlayson confirmed to NB12 this afternoon that he's more likely to sell the remaining City Market chain to SuperValue, owned by Rupert Roberts. However, he said the deal is still in the making and is not final. Earlier this week, Finlayson confirmed that there were two local companies interested in purchasing the food store chain, which has closed several locations in the past year. Today, SuperValue owner Rupert Roberts confirmed that he has been in talks with Finlayson as recently as today, but it's far too early to say what the final outcome will be. He called the talks detailed and complicated and said there's a lot to be worked through. The uncertain future of the chain also caused concern among the company's more than 200 employees. Administrator of the Bahamas Commercial Store, Supermarkets and Warehouse Workers Union, Rosalie McKinsey, said employees met with Finlayson last evening and were told about the sales talks. She said they are comforted by the possible deal.
Last night we had a very long and cordial meeting with Mr. Finlayson, and he indicated to us that Mr. Rupert Roberts, as you know, the owner for SuperValue's chain, is interested in buying all the assets of the Bahamas supermarkets. In saying that, he assured us that all of the workers would be paid all of their entitlements and they would be given an opportunity to work for the SuperValue chain.
According to McKinsey, the 4 remaining City Markets locations will stay open and employees will continue to work until a deal can be reached. She said what's most important for the union, though, is that the employees will get their entitlements.
This makes me feel very good, because this has been something that was brewing for a very long time, and this outcome makes us feel very good that our biggest concern was the members, and they will be compensated. So it really makes me feel good on both sides.
Today, a group of City Market employees gathered outside the Department of Labor on Thompson Boulevard. They say they're excited about the possible deal and the possibility that they may be able to keep their jobs.
I feel very good because right now it's getting some kind of knowledge to us to know that we're not left behind as we always just be put in the bag. I feel too good.
I feel good. I feel real good to know that, you know, we have the opportunity to reapply with City Market for those who want to stay. You know, they gave us that option, which I thank them for, and I really do feel good.
So far, what I've been heard, if it comes true, it'll be a good thing where we could just move on and find something else. Because right now, people are eating. You know what I mean? We get landlords on our back, we get bills to pay, children got to eat.
I think it's a good process what's going on. I mean, the deal is going on. We can't really say where it falls. I just hope it just fall through. It'll be a good thing for everybody. It's a good thing for the country. Then there's a lot of people that's hurting.
Last November, furniture was moved out of the Bahamas Supermarkets Limited head offices on the East-West Highway. Bahamas Supermarkets Limited is the parent company of the City Market chain. At the time, Finlayson said trustees were searching for a buyer for the $9 million facility.
Reporting for NB12, I'm Paige Ferguson.
3 months after he was convicted of having sex with his own daughter, a Supreme Court justice sentenced a man to the maximum time allowed by law. The 45-year-old will be calling Her Majesty's prison home for the next 7 years. Our Jasmine Bonamy was in court and filed this report.
It was a crime that grabbed national headlines, and now that father, who was charged and then later convicted of having an ongoing sexual relationship with his teenage daughter, was finally sentenced today. The 45-year-old was convicted on December 1st after a Supreme Court jury found him guilty 9-0 of committing the crime that involved his then 11-year-old daughter. He was convicted of having sex with the girl between July 2006 and February 2007. Today in court, Justice Vera Watkins handed down her ruling, the stiffest penalty possible, 7 years in prison. She told the 45-year-old father that having considered all the facts in the case, she saw no mitigating factors that warrant any leniency in the case. According to testimony by his daughter during trial, the sexual acts occurred every night in the 7-month period. It stopped in late February after her mother and grandmother found out and reported it to police. But it's not expected that the 45-year-old will spend the entire 7 years in prison, as Watkins says she plans to take into consideration the time he spent awaiting trial. But with Watkins and the convicted father unable to agree on exactly how long he spent behind bars, the justice ordered that a written request be sent to Her Majesty's prison, asking for the exact amount of time the 45-year-old spent on remand. Watkins adjourned the matter until May 1st, when those records will be presented in court. The convicted man's attorney, Raymond Roll, did not appear for sentencing today, but his client agreed to proceed without him. Kashina Marshall represented the Attorney General's office. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Bonamy.